Yep, we are live. And today on Football Manager, we're playing on a Sunderland England save. On live. This is we got Luton next in the Championship, the EFL Championship. I hope we can win because I hope we can. Anyway, we're playing France in a friendly in March. On the 31st of March, we play France. England versus France, but just before the 2026 FIFA World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada. Mexico and Canada. Why would I care about that? AZ. Call up unlikely for Ramsdale. The 27-year-old lack of football joined. Yeah. I'm not watching any recommended fixtures. Joby Bellingham's been out with sickness. He'll be fine. Good. Batshuayi thinks the club is underachieving. The striker considers it unacceptable. We're going to turn things round. Offers for Sunderland's Michy Batshuayi. No, you're not leaving. You're not leaving, Marcus. No, you're not leaving the club. I'm sorry, you're not leaving. We're just going to go for the big win against Luton Town. We're probably going... Because we play Luton Town against Luton. We could get a win against Luton. Yes, we beat Luton. 2-1. 2-1 against Luton. I'm happy with the win. I'm happy we beat Luton Town. We beat Luton. Listen, Brooks and Norton Coffee, why do I care about him? Why do I care about our reserves playing Leicester? Our reserves are rubbish. We're in the reserve league. English reserves 4. Route 4. Look at this, we've got Swansea City up next. Swansea City, and then in the January window, we're going to have to sign some players and talents to improve the team and hope for the best, really. We play Swansea. Swansea at the Stadium of Light. 19th place, Swansea City. Versus 11th, Batshuayi late. Reprimand him. Could you not... You're not leaving. You're staying. I don't care about intake. Good about the youth intake. What about it? What about it? No one should worry because we can win the games. No one should worry if we can win the games. We won it. Another win against Swansea, which puts us up to 9th in the league. Who's Solanke? Dominic Solanke still plays for Bournemouth. Bloody hell. Rotherham United, worst team in the league. Sunderland are pushing up the league. Now we've found our rhythm. Matthew Young. I thought it was Ashley Young. Into our domestic roundup. Saka, good for him. You've got a lot of players in there. Raheem Sterling, Trent, and Jared Bowen, Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwill. A lot of the players are just getting there, getting better, and hopefully in January we have some cash to spend in the window and spend that money on bringing in expired contract players. You know, players in the Championship who could help us and elevate us to the next level. Good for that. Kopet, why are we signing him for $6 million? His contract runs out at the end of the season, but Kopet would fail to be. Oh wait. We'll put a loan bid in for him. We'll borrow him. Chris Riggs been taken ill. Good for him. He'll be fine. The club isn't underachieving. We're a good team. You know, we're getting better. Because Sam Allardyce finished 6th the previous season. So why can't we have a fight for the playoffs? I mean, if we could fight for the playoffs, and then, because we underachieved, because Sam Allardyce was playing long ball, and it's not like my style of playing. He knows that, reminder to vote for the best footballer in the world. I'll vote for one, okay? Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, and Mohamed Salah. Salah. Gotta vote for it, because our reserves are playing some random games. Riggs back in training, but good for him. Oh, we've got Rotherham, and then we've got Sheffield United away, which, that's a big test, and a big test for Sunderland fans, and, you know, tactic is going to be... I mean, if we could put a fight in, you know, put a fight in. And go for it, I guess, but I don't know, really. I don't know if we can bloody do it, to be fair. But Kieran McKenna being hired, McKenna. With favourites, of course with favourites, we'll play Rotherham bloody United. Recommended for a maximum of 45 minutes of action. You'll get 45 minutes of action. You'll just have to relax, because... Go for a big win. We can beat Rotherham. We can beat Rotherham comfortably. We can beat Rotherham. Come on, surely we can beat Rotherham. When you're playing 09 every match, it's a bit of a sort of a situation where the clubs pretty much you've got to improve on certain positions. It's not. I'm not playing a high line again. You know. Come on, Sunderland, beat Rotherham. Oh, we gotta see. We thrashed them 5-1. That's good. We're still in ninth place in the league. That's good. We're still in ninth. We're still in ninth in the league. We're still ninth, which isn't bad because we thrashed Rotherham 5-1. Now the big game of the season. Sheffield United. Well, Harvey Elliott's injured, but he'll be fine. He'll live. What do you mean must respond? I'm not selling him. He's not going to Russia. I'm sorry. Hitakaru Nakahara. I don't know. How much do we pay? Do we pay money for him? We got it for free. And he's made no appearances. 8,700. 2.3 to rise to 2.8. 2.1. I'll sell ya. I'll sell it. Do you wish to... What? I'll give an ultimatum, fine. Give an ultimatum. I accepted Monterey's offer because he gets £7,500. Riggs sick. What do you mean Riggs ill? It'll be good enough. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll live 9 to 2 weeks with a virus. But Peterborough want to extend his loan until the end of the season. They have offered 1,500. Take it. Jay Matadei, I don't know who you are. You're like a player. You went initially, 21 appearances. He's done well. Grimsby want to extend Marshall Burke's loan. Who's Marshall Burke again? I mean, yeah. If they can extend their loans, take it, I guess. They can extend their loans, can't they? Yeah, because who's been named in our team in a week? Hang on. Ballard got named in team in a week. Good for him, I guess. So, we're going to swap those players around and play to the strength, which... To play to the strength, we've got Daniel Ballard, who is not fully match fit, but why not? With Elise playing to that position, playing to this as a centre half, and I'm looking at players like Gore and stuff like that. They can, play better football and God. We gotta change the starting 11 just for the Sheffield United game. Huggins, you play E3 as an MCL. Eckwood can play, because he's not a centre half. Gore, he's playing there. Ballard, Clark can play Clark as that. Ballard, Pembele. Who's Pembele? You may trial Hume there. Oh yeah, Hume's a bit tired though, isn't he? That's why you play Luke 09 there. You play Luke 09 there. 09 at right back. He can play there. Just quick pick the team, innit? 09 at centre back. Patterson in goal. Mind you, I'm not playing Beadley in goal because it's a big game of the season, isn't it? In the championship, and hopefully we can win this against Sheffield United, and somehow get a win. So at Bramall Lane, we're playing, looking at that, you've got Gerbich, Baldock still starting, Nathan Redmond, Wes Fodringham on the bench, Cameron Archer. It's a not bad lineup for Sheffield United. Sunderland are playing. Let's just try to kick off. Let's just go for it. Come on, Sunderland. win this, or we could probably get propelled into the playoff positions. We have more expected goals. Look at that, the stats are going up. Ahmed Hozic to Baldock on the ball. As it goes, Ivan Gervich, Edwards, who this Edwards guy is, Hammer, Davies, Ahmed Hozic. Clark, good tackle by Clark. Oh, Baldock still gets the ball. Oh, goal kick for Sheffield United. No VAR in the Championship, we've got to remember that. No VAR in the EFL Championship. Roberts with the corner, kicks it in. Now you gotta do the press bit, aren't you? Dig in. Oh, Niall Huggins is injured. Who's Huggins? Oh, it's my left back. You're on Hume. Hume is on. Eckler's a bit knackered, You've been on Gibbs. Your goal's a bit fat fit, and then you bring on Nakahara on. You're pretty much here just to make profit. Because if we're selling Nakahara to Monterrey in Mexico, Nakahara on the free kick. Traore. Davies. Oh, goal kick. We need to win this or we drop down to 10th in the league. Hold up. Play a throw in to Edwards. Bit. What a shot by Sheffield United, entirely on the pressure. I think our front two needs some changes and Ruzin and a substitution, Michi Batshuayi. Just to put some spark in up front. So 5 substitutions on. Sheffield United have an injury there for Marcus Tullio, but Ivo Gervich has done well, you know. He's making saves, but come on, son, come on. Show some encouragement. Fire it up, 5 minutes. The referee has indicated 5 additional minutes. This game was stale. No, it isn't. Pembele on the ball to go, kick it long. Good Gibbs. Pass. Go, gets in. The Batshuayi. Sunderland have done it. They have beaten Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Well, I was impressed, the players, they just did well, and I was delighted with the performance. We left it late, but mind you, we're in the playoff positions after 24 matches, and his debut in 2028 is good as an offer which is widely expected to sign in the next few days. And we're happy that he made, an appearance for us, and just to sign a deal, and pretty much signing a deal on a free, sign a player on a free, and then sell him on. Let's just start thinking and sorting out the team. I recommend against offering a pro contract. Shabio, I'm not signing a £13 million player. He rejects Monterrey, Alzec, Alkmaar. Oh, good for them. He's made 13 appearances for FC Köln. He's only on 43 grand a week. We're not allowing him to go on loan due to his first team commitments. Sunderland are favourites, so basically we're gonna have to go. We're gonna go into the squad, and we're gonna have to sell some players. Just Jack Cork. I'm sorry, slight concern. What do you mean? Wants to go out on loan for playing time? You're 36 years old. How much are you worth? You're worth 300,000. Let's offer him via the transfer room. I want at least £375,000 for Jack Cork to be on the list. 375. Luis Semedo. He's in my plans. Yes, kid. I don't know who you are. Kidjo. Oh, you're on an ESC permit. Adigan. You're probably on a Scott Frazier. This guy I signed from Charlton didn't earn a free. He's done nothing. Chris Rigg, 18-year-old kid. Good for him. Jobby Bellingham. I only put Jack Cork on the transfer list for a reason, because he is 36. He's never going to get minutes. So despite me offering him a contract extension, he probably will not play. And I mean, if a club wants him, Burnley will probably not want him because he's 36 years old. But I mean, it's a contract. This contract, we give the old man a contract for a reason. The budget is just, we've got to get some money in. But looking at our players registering ESC players, European or non-European players, we've lost 2-0 to relegated Preston. That's dreadful. Yeah, but I'm happy with the game. We played Marshall Brooks loan to Grimsby, confirm those loan extensions, confirm the loans, and then in 5 days we've got 20th place Huddersfield Town. We play Huddersfield Town, and listen, we're raking money because we're just loaning players out. If we haven't got a plan in the team, they'll go and maybe leave, because we got Neil Warnock as my doff telling me what to do, and Ben Foster as the assistant coach. Them two will tell me what to do on the 31st, just before the January transfer window. And I think I've got some players in my mind. Look at Cameron Archer. Cameron Archer reports it's worth £12 million for the 24-year-old. Let me look at his contract. He still runs till 29. He's worth 13 million. But we have no money to spend for him. Kvaratskhelia. Good for them. Curtis Jones doing well. Mind you, we will need to sign a couple of players in January, even if it is just unattached emergency players. But Jones's loan ends with the team, and we need players. So in January, we're going to look at bringing in some new players because, well, not really. One player called up, James Matinee has been called up for the AFCON for, what's the Chan? Well, Tunisia B, the Chan. That's the that's like the B team African, what's the no, you're gonna look at Africa, aren't you? It's the African, Africa, the Chan, it's the B team cup, isn't it? Because it's the B teams. You're looking at that. You've got Djibouti, DR Congo. They're like the reserves of like each national team. Mauritius, Sudan. Some groups have 3, some groups have 4. So there isn't Morocco in there because you look at the information. The African Cup Championship of Nations 25. Past winners of the competition. South Africa won the last one. Senegal won. We're going to look at the African Cup of Nations. Well, in Europe, the World Cup qualifiers in the European zone, you've got teams like Serbia, Slovakia. France are already in the 2026 World Cup. They are in group. They qualified from a tough group. Looking at who's qualified from Europe and for the new 48-team competition, you've got Netherlands, Croatia, Georgia, probably in their first World Cup, England, Sweden, Portugal in the World Cup, Spain, Belgium, Slovenia, Switzerland, Serbia and Slovakia. Germany miss out on the World Cup. You gotta look at Asia, the Africa qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup. In the mini league, I think Senegal, all groups. I think Egypt, DR Congo, Senegal, Nigeria, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Gambia's in a playoff, Algeria, Tunisia, Ghana. Where's Morocco? Morocco are in the World Cup, so Morocco's in the World Cup because, of course, they're in the World Cup. They're Morocco, aren't they? So, hold up, press B and then press that. Check Asia, the Asia qualifiers. They should be for big teams: Saudi Arabia, Iran, Syria, Philippines in a playoff, Japan, Australia, Iraq, Thailand, South Korea, Qatar are in. Uzbekistan and North Korea. You're looking at the playoff group. Thailand could be in the World Cup for the first time in their history. How do you look at all groups? In the fourth, how do you, let's be. Look at the African, in Oceania. Oh, we're gonna look at the Oceania. That's the Olympics. I don't think Oceania has many teams. I think New Zealand will make it. South America, the South American qualifiers: Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, Chile, Paraguay are in the World Cup. Ecuador had 3 points deducted. Looking at North America, the CONCACAF zone: Panama, Honduras, Haiti, Jamaica. They're in the qualifying for the World Cup. Panama. Mind you, because USA, Mexico, and Canada were out of the big 3 of CONCACAF were out of the qualifiers because they're actually hosting the tournament. So in groups A, B, and C, there'll be USA, Mexico, Canada. They'll just be seeded. They'll automatically be allocated to those groups. But you're looking at that. We're playing the best team we possibly can to play to our strength. Looking at this, shortlisted John Egan. He probably won't want a contract. Level player contract set to expire. What do you mean? Jay Matinee. He's not good enough, is he? He's on 3.5k a week with us. He's gone. The other got fired. Nathan Bishop. Salary, £6 a week. Sadly, it's not good enough. It says not good enough. So if you're not good enough, you're fired. You're gone. I don't care what the DOF says. If you're not good enough, you're not playing for the team. Marshall Burke. Not good enough. If you're not good enough, don't play for our club. We want the best players. You're unimpressive for your decision. But if you're not good enough, you will be released on your contract. I'll listen to what the DOF says. You're fine. Cleeks Club is under which you're going to turn things around at the end of the season. Good for him. Harrison Jones. I don't care about him. Is unwilling to enter talks. He is interested due to being transfer listed. Lucky him. We've got West Ham, who will probably banter us out of the FA Cup, which is a reason why we'd rather get bantered out of the FA Cup. If the FA Cup's not our decision, we can't win the FA Cup. We're Sunderland FC. We can't. Oh, it's for Cork. Put him on the list. Put him on the transfer list. I opened him by the transfer room for a reason. What I don't get is we're supposed to be like one of the better teams in the league, and we're not getting on TV. But mind you, we're not in the Premier League. Championship teams, no one cares about. Unless you're like one of the big relegated sides on the Premier League, only the Championship teams don't really get television money. Unless it's like it matters. Are you looking at this? We've got to win these games. Mind you, if we get knocked out of the League Cup and the FA Cup, there's more focus on. We can focus on the league a lot more, and unnecessary friendlies. We got to win against Huddersfield. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy. We are in promotion contention. So the January transfer window is opened. So basically what we're going to have to do is look at the players. Sheffield United's rejected bids because they don't want to sell him. Look at that. We're £3 million. We've spent £3 million. Elliot's been named in the best England 11. I don't know why. Harry Kane's obviously in there because there's a reason. Looking at our staff, we got the best staff possible. Neil Warnock at 77 years old, still carrying the look at Foster. He's had 8 caps for England at £1,100 a week. Neil Warnock's on £1,800 a week. The former Aberdeen manager, he left at the end of his contract. There was a reason. So let's look at the club's finances. We are in slight debt, but it doesn't matter. We are in slight debt. We are in slightly in the red, but it's fine. We have 3.41 million to spend on players, and Vincent Abubakar is someone I'd want to bring in, but is that Ronaldo? That's not Ronaldo, is it? The fake Ronaldo. Patrick. Edna Stevens, the veteran Sheffield United player. He played for Stoke. Mind you, the Edna Stevens, mainly just for squad depth and experience, but registering an Irish player like Edna Stevens in there for... Wait, Max, is that Max Gradle? Oh my god, it actually is. Max Gradle, the 38-year-old, used to play in a Turkish league. He put up some good numbers. We're all unattached. We're looking at his list because we're looking at players who can... International. Let's look at the reports. Mainly Chesterfield are interested in bringing him in. We're not bringing in fake Ronaldo, I'm telling you now, we're not bringing him in. Let me look at any players who we could bring in on for nothing. Now, let me go on, he's expiring in people with 6 months left on their contracts or less. Any players, there's this guy from Inter, who's worth £300,000. What do I mean? A would be a tremendous signing. He played for Inter and he's done nothing. What position does he play though? He's the centre back. Oh, that's good for us because if he signs at the end of his contract, basically a 2-year because we'd have to allocate our ESC an ESC place because he is a foreign player, isn't he? Because he plays an ESC. I don't know why we'd have to allocate an ESC place. There's Robbie Matondo, he's Welsh from Rangers. Robbie Matondo from Rangers Football Club. Because he is Welsh, that's why we don't have to allocate that European place. With Robbie Matondo, he's a bargain player, he's not worth much. Mind you, we are wanting to build the best team possible in the Premier League. Fabio, is that the former Manchester United player? Yeah, it is. He's playing in Fleetwood. Good for him. Wesley Moraes from Luton. I'm not signing him. He plays in Turkey. It's not that. I'm looking at players I do not have to spend on work permits or ESC places. Because mind you, if I allocate, I don't want to allocate all of our ESC places to half of the foreign players. Because if we allocate them to crap, surplus to requirement, old players, because we're looking to bring them in at the end of their contracts. I'm on 30 grand a week. £30,000 plus the £89,000 a week I make from Sunderland in total. Yes, I'm at 89,000 add 30,000. That is around £119,000. I'm making a lot of money by just managing two teams. My assistant man, Ben Foster can train him. He's a cycling goalkeeper. Marshall Burt caught your eye. He's on loan. Why am I interested in him? He's on loan. He's being borrowed. Grimsby want him. He's on loan. He's available on loan. Because there's a reason. I loaned in those players for a reason. I didn't spend 26 million on players because Harrison. Look at this. The board care because the transfer market they're concerned. So overall there. A C plus. I'll take it. Chilwell struck by injury. Why? I don't care until the friendly, until the next break. If this player's out injured, then we'll have to schedule pre-tournament friendlies against some smaller teams. Because the club's backing me because I'm just signing players at the end of their contracts. Players who need end of contract. And Roy Matondo would be a good asset because he plays for Rangers and he's Welsh. He's a homegrown player. It's essential because promoted. Am I the man to take Sunderland to the Premier League, back up to the promised land, and then get relegated with Sunderland, and then be sacked? Rudiger is wanted by Real Madrid for Saudi Al Nassr for £56 million. Mind you, it's the Saudis. They want to spend money on players. If you have a past their prime old player, Saudi Arabia's. Well, wait, you've decided not to find Batshuayi for the incident. I don't care. Listen, we're going to the London Stadium to play a Premier League team. We're not that good. We're not that better. To be fair, 09 back in the lineup. Beadley is not starting. Hide. We're playing the reserves. That's why we're playing away. Because our Stoke City are playing at home. The reserves for Stoke are playing at home. Our reserves are playing friendlies. Why are we playing reserve team friendlies? It does not make sense at all. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, it doesn't make sense. Because why would we play a friendly? Oh, we got Fresh 3 now. Good, that's good. Listen, I don't care about what offered John Proudfoot loan via the transfer room. We've got to move on. I mean, I was happy to really get knocked out. Come on. Oh, we're playing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Coventry City team. Matondo set to sign 67. All done for Robbie Matondo just to sign on a free transfer to the club. And, you know, I'm impressed he signed a contract. Jack Clark's out for a few, 4 to 5 weeks. He'll be fine. He'll live. What the hell? Is that the Carabao Cup? That's the semi-finals. Manchester City. Could Cardiff City win the Carabao Cup? Set to lose Clark through an injury. Look at him. He'll be fine. He'll live. Appeal. We don't appeal that because we want Van der Housen at the club. He's 26 years old. Why do I care about administration charges? I don't get that. They charge you for work permits. They charge you for a work permit. He fails to get a work permit because he's a foreign player. Yeah, but listen, we're fine. We're fine. If the injury crisis, the injuries to less crucial players, they'll be alright. Cork's eyeing retirement. Lucky for Jack Cork, he won't be getting minutes. Yeah, but Cork was a Sam Allardyce signing, you know. He signs aging old players who can't do a job at the end of the season. I don't think I should reconsider retirement for Jack Cork because he just wants to retire from football, you know. He was brought in by Big Sam. I never bought him in. And I think Cork, to be fair, he should have stayed at Burnley because Burnley Football Club would have given him a contract and kept him there. But Burnley cashed in and Sunderland got him. And if Cork wants to retire, let him. He's not going to affect our plans in the future. You know, if we are to win trophies, we need better players, and the budget just needs to be bigger in the league. And looking at this, we need players who can do the job and the beat. Like looking at the players and the structure of Clark missing out on the game, and you know, we play Coventry City away from home, and mind you, aim for the playoffs, at least the playoff places, or a top half finish in the championship. Pretty much, I'm doing what every club manager does, and managing the club. We got a draw against Coventry. It's good enough because we didn't lose, but a goal difference is not good. Kojima close to triggering cause. If Sunderland was so... After featuring in the last match, UG thing is now 5 appearances away from making 20 appearances, which will trigger a clause in part of his move from Tokyo V. If triggered, Sunderland will pay Tokyo V £500,000. What? No. Whoa. Whoa. What? Oh wait, let me look at this contract clause. Let me look at this. 25% of profit will be signed for 500k. Yeah. At the end of a loan period, Gateshead will have the option to purchase Joe Ferguson with £100,000. Everton will be due £100,000 after another 16 league appearances. 25% will be owed to Havre. 40% of the profit made to Chelsea owned to Arsenal, signed for $2 million. Birmingham will be due £1 million if Sunderland gain promotion to the Championship. 25% of the profit, yeah. Manchester United are owed another 50,000 instalment. July 26th, £50,000. Jack Clark, 30% over to Tottenham, signed for £3.5 million. Tottenham are owed another £500,000 instalments. George Earthley, West Ham will be due another £40,000. He's on loan at Gateshead. Leeds will be due another £500,000. Liam Gibbs, 30% of the profit owed to Norwich, signed for £15 million. 25%. About half our players on Tokyo V will be due how much cash? 200%. FCM 850. The board is depends on buyout of the clause. If you choose to buy out the clause, you will owe £331,000 to Standard Liège. Shit, we owe 300,000. 300,000. Sunderland will be due $1 million if Everton reach the group stage of the Champions League. Like, that's gonna happen. 169,000 to Benfica. I mean, you have to pay other clubs. We have to pay other clubs millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds for Hyde. If you want to go on loan to Bristol, go for it, lad. Go on loan. Yeah, go on loan. I don't go on loan. Go on loan. Go on loan, lad. Go on loan. Borussia Dortmund's Brandt completes a £102 million switch to Al Hilal. Why are half the players moving to Saudi Arabia? Because they want money. Oh my god. Luton want third child for $4 million. Padarian excess. I'm not interested. I'm not selling him. Offer John Proud by the transfer room. Gateshead affiliate. Why do I care about Gateshead? Well, allocate you an ESC place to the player. 400,000 will be deducted. Head physio has failed his medical, as he is currently out for around 6 months with damaged cruciate ligaments. We also noted that the very frequently prone to injury. With transfer go through, 100,000 will be deducted from the budget. He's in, but he's an end of contract player. He signs. He'll be better after 6 months. Mind you, if he's injury prone, fine. That is absolutely fine. Mind you, injury prone, cruciate ligaments aren't going to affect me from doing my job. Mind you, one player is at the AFCON with DR Congo. We're fine with that. Well, you know, Van Housen has agreed to want a £30,000 a week contract. South Shields affiliate. Halifax make a loan approach for John Proud until the end of the season. If FC Halifax want to borrow him, they can use him. Borrow him. Borrow him. I don't care. Borrow him. If you want him, you can borrow him. Smith Rowe not going to get called up. Well, he might be. You don't know. You don't know that yet. Because Cardiff Sunderland's been rearranged. That's fine then. If it's been rearranged, that's fine. England remaining 4th position in the world rankings. 4th in the world rankings. We're doing better. We need to win against we need to win against Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers. Hopefully we can bag a win. Can't go win against Blackburn. Well, I don't have a clue, to be fair. Need to win against Blackburn. Blackburn Rovers. Oh, we lost 3-2 against Blackburn. That's dreadful. Oh, dreadful. No, we're at Cardiff in... don't care about John Proud. He's proud. 127 appearances in our league, so... I mean, alone until the end of the season, a loan move to Bristol Rovers just to get minutes on the pitch. And the finances to move him out. I had to loan him out. But Grealish is like probably the best player on the team. Grealish. Rick thinks clubs KRC Genk Antwerp have offered Egan a contract. You're playing for TNS to win the Welsh Cup? Zach Johnson's won TNS a trophy. Yeah, but TNS, what, the new Saints in the Camwy Premier League, in the Welsh Premier League, have won the Cup against Penabont? Wait, they played Europa League football. Collins Quay in the Premier Championship Conference. Look at that, TNS. Look at that, the Welsh Cup against Cambridge and Clytach. I don't know why, like I say, I didn't know there was an actual Welsh league. Why is there a Welsh league? When Swansea and Swansea Cardiff play in the Championship, don't they? Look at Park Hall Stadium in Oswald Street, England. But TNS is Welsh though. They play in the Welsh Premier League. Danny Redmond, Craig Harrison's the manager. That's because they're the only professional club in Wales, aren't they? TNS. The New Saints. The New Saints. I recommend against offering him a contract, so he's not going to get a contract. I don't care about Thierry Henry. What's he got to do? He's not gonna stop me from signing players. I'll sign the players I decide. I'll play to my system, play my strength. You know, there's the B teams of the reserves. There's the reserves of these league teams, but the problem is they're reserves. Wait, is that who I think is from Manchester City? His contract's up in the summer. He has to have a transfer offer accepted. Bro plays for Manchester City though. Total cost alone will be 300,000. Mind you, if we loan the kid in from Manchester City, we can loan him in, and it maybe. Imagine we're loaning him in. We're not buying him on a permanent contract, are we? We're not buying him on a permanent contract because we can't afford to bring him in on a permanent contract because the money's not there. We haven't got a massive budget, so you know the loan market. We're gonna take advantage of the loan market as much as we can. The loan market, because if we build half our team on loans and then sign the best ones who have impressed, then maybe we can win it. You know, win that, and yeah, that's what we should do. Come on. Oh, move on loan. We're on loan at Sunderland on Cardiff City. Bless me. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, god damn it. That's better. Right, TV. Oh. Oh, that's better. Oh. Oh, that's better. Oh, take him on loan for 9,500. Take him on loan. Glove form shall keep Chilwell in the squad. Bloody hell. Talk sport. Some Angel Golders. Look at this, the fitness issues are expected. What do you expect? Where Roberts moves back, Kake makes his big debut from Manchester City on a loan until the end of the season, just to get some experience in for the player. It's his debut from Manchester City on loan. Oh. And this is a club that wants to get automatic Premier League promotion. We won 2-0, let's go. Win 2-0. Kake makes debut against Man. His debut he played in that league, didn't he? Mind you, he made his debut against us, Don Ballard. Domestic roundup. Patterson should be concerned. Calling up a championship level goalkeeper for the World Cup will be a bit good enough, innit? Because championship level. Look at that, the goal difference has been pulled back to -1. Releasing players. Mainly we're saving the club a lot of money. Well, Watford's about to sack another manager. Let them sack another manager. Let them sack another manager. Look at Watford. Where's Watford? They're in 18th in the league. Watford. Why would I become the Watford manager when you could be sacked after 2 days in the job? I mean, I'm not interested in becoming the Watford head coach. That's just not me. I wouldn't manage Watford in the league. Watford in this league at all. And because Watford are a club that will just sack a manager. If Watford want to keep sacking managers, let them. It's their club at the end of the day. We've got Queen's Park Rangers, QPR. Rangers at the Stadium of Light. So hopefully we can get a win and pull back the goal difference in the league. And well, we're going to be live until the end of the season. And in the to the 2026 World Cup, so expect a 2 to 3 hour video, a stream or whatever, because it is a video in it. So go for it. Yeah, we won 5-2, and we're in the playoff positions now on 49 points. We got a win because Gore did well. The hard-working midfield. We've got Wolverhampton Wanderers next. Oh, Morocco has sacked their manager. Another Moroccan gaffer. Questions Connor's ability. AFC filed. Sheffield United have reached 10 matches unbeaten. Look at our finances. We're profit loss £3.22 million. To be fair, if we can keep winning games, we will not get a 12-point deduction. If Hibs want him on loan, they can take him. Rusian. Nazal Rusian. St Mirren's and Scottish clubs, loan deals. We have to take the loan deals. We're taking the loan deals just so they could get the club some money. Joshua Bennett has been rejected, but his permit has been accepted. Bennett is set to sign for St Mirren up in Scotland, mainly just to get some minutes. Why would I care? Don't I already manage a football club? To Motherwell in Scotland. Mind you, thousands and thousands of pounds a week. It's salary. It's financially. Financially, that's why those players are being sent on loan. Their loan fees will plenty cover it. They'll cover it. They'll cover the debt. They'll cover it. That's why we're selling players. We're also selling Neil Warnock's going to retire. January, made you. Neil Warnock's going to retire at the end of the season. Retire at the end of the season. That means we're going to have to look at a brand new director of football. And Warnock, well, we're not going to look at it now because Warnock's 77 years old. He's been employed for a long, long time. And mind you, if Dan Ashworth eyeing retirement after many years in the game, Notts County, Warnock's 77 at 39 years experience. Since July 25. And mind you, he's an old man, bless him. And if he wants to play, John Egan, I'm not interested in signing John Egan. But you're looking at my end. moving on loan at Charlton Athletic, and running Brewers, it's up to them, you know, and financially we need to save the money and sign some good players, and what we're gonna do really. Financially loaning players. Wait, QPR's is the lowest. Sunderland, looking at that, QPR were 240,000. Same with Rotherham, 240,000. But you look at Wolves, 1.9 million a week comes out the door. Sunderland is 725,000. Sheffield United, 875,000. Well-travelled Joaquin Anderson leases 32 million. Pretty much, clubs were right. I players on the relegated clubs. Chico Guerrero suffers a twisted ankle. He's 30 years old. He's only made 6 other appearances. Michi Batshuayi, previous misdemeanor in 26. What a strike. This is his second time. Fine, 1.5 weeks' wages. 1.5 weeks' wages. 1.5 weeks' wages. He's in almost, not attend training with mighty Aston Villa. The 29-year-old will be sidelined for 2 weeks. Let him do his thing. Because Michi Batshuayi is a legend of the game, and Sebastian Coates is retiring in 26. Good for him. Watford's Vandenberg. Of course he's under threat. What do you mean? Club form should keep Raheem Sterling at 31-year-old. 106 caps and 24 goals. 100 caps. One of the greatest England players of all time. And we just need a win. We need wins against these bigger clubs with hopes to strengthen our playoff hopes. We lost 3-1 against Wolves. What do you expect? We were playing Wolverhampton at Monolith. We got a goal, but I'm not impressed. We played Portsmouth at... No! Is that Jose Mourinho? Is that Jose Mourinho? That's not who I think it is. Is that Jose Mourinho? Is that John Mourinho? That's not Jose Mourinho, is it? I am Jose Mourinho. John Mourinho. If that's Jose Mourinho, I am gonna be pissed. Oh, wait. No. Click Portsmouth, wait. John Mazzino, not Jose Mourinho. What about Jose? Jose Mourinho. He's unemployed since when? Since he resigned after the Euro. He resigned after the Euro. He was hired as French manager. I left the team. I really prefer to not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. That's why Jose left. Jose left France. Because Western was hired as France manager. Jose Mourinho was replaced. He's an unemployed coach now. To not speak. If he speaks, he is in big trouble. In big trouble. I just want to guarantee ourselves a playoff place in the championship playoff. It's not that hard, is it? We got a draw against Portsmouth. 15 Portsmouth. Kakis is out for a little bit, but he's fine, because we play Watford next. Watford. Sunderland have been pushed down to 9th place in the league. There's 5. As there is Sunderland, basically. Of course, Clark's trying to stay. Hume is in the north, playing outside the 23-year-old and putting in some excellent performances. Hume's going to be out for a few days, but he's fine. He can keep playing. Some players are getting back injuries. It's bad, isn't it? Sunderland could move into a playoff place. Watford may find a battle to avoid relegation. Well, listen. They can do what they want. If they don't think I'm risking certain players, then they're wrong. I'm sorry. If they don't think I'm risking players, whom's gonna play because of his shit? I don't care. Shin knock's not worth it. He's not missing out a game because of a shin knock. Mind you, if half the team's injured, then of course we're not going to struggle, aren't we? We won against Watford. I'm impressed. You know, we won against a very good Watford side and beat Watford. You know, if we can win games and we play Ipswich Town. Grant suffers a knock, he'll be fine. He's got a hamstring injury. Players will recover eventually. Yeah, but minor knocks, of course they're going to be treated. They're going to be fine. Levi Colwell was 3 weeks, he'll be fine now. Of course we can feel like basically a full team. At least it's not like when you're in non-league and you're signing 44-year-old players. We'll play Ipswich and Middlesbrough. A 0-0 against Ipswich. I'll take it. 0-0 against Ipswich Town. And then we play Middlesbrough next. And hope for the best, really. Hope for the best against Ipswich. Call up unlikely for Trafford. Poor run of form for Burnley is not going to work. But call up. Call up. Why do I care about England players? I'm focused on the Sunderland job. I'm not. We play Middlesbrough. So, Chelsea win the Carabao Cup, but Forest Green. No, it was a press conference question. Wait. What do you expect ahead of your latest clash against Middlesbrough? Mind you, my aim He's only to get them into the Premier League. Either by the playoff or... Look at that list. You're going to see some playing changes. My aim is only to really get them into the Premier League. The promised land of English football. The English top flight. We lost 2-1 to Middlesbrough. We can lose a few games, that's not bad, but we can't lose every game of the season. You know, we just can't lose every game of the season. We like to lose to a mad rival. But listen, we can redeem ourselves. If we beat Millwall, one of the worst clubs in the English Football League, then we should beat them. We should beat Millwall. We should beat Millwall. Well, then when the contract is up at the end of the season. Yeah, but he's a Chelsea reserve player. If he wants to declare his allegiance, let him declare his allegiance. Oh, rebellious Tarragon is not even trying in training. I'm gonna turn things around. Right, change players, and then quick big win, go for it. We could beat this team, we could beat them. Well, we won against Millwall. I'm very impressed. You know, we got the win. We got Southampton. With 4 million in the red. 4 million in the red. Manley could be set to drop James Trafford. He's made 98 saves in 38 appearances. Whatever. You know. Rabbi Matondo has 3 months left on his contract because he's joining us on a free at the end of his contract to join the Championship club with £4 million in the red. Even if we have to pile the club further and further into debt. Can't I just sack Steve Holland? I don't get why. I can't sack Steve Holland. Wait, hang on. What? Tripper deserves England recall. The 35-year-old right back last played for England in March 24, but may have done enough to deserve and made 64 interceptions in 25 appearances for Newcastle. Bernardo Silva could the 31-year-old attacking midfielder. Good for him. If he wants to be called, if Kieran Trippier at 35 wants to earn a call-up for this squad, he's going to have to fight for it then. He's 35 years old. I don't usually give 35-year-old players a call-up to the team. And like, I'm not Roy Hodgson, who kept calling up Lampard and Gerrard when they were past their prime in 2014. I'm not like that. I'll call up players if it's fair to call them up. We've got Southampton up next. lost against 2-1 against Southampton. Injury. If it was dismissed for a bad tackle, we're not going to appeal it because he's Ben Foster, isn't it? He's the best person to talk to. He's got the GoPro, he's got the camera, and he's doing his podcast in the office. And let him do his thing. He's Ben Foster. He's a cycling goalkeeper. He's the assistant coach of Sunderland, and the boys. Ben Foster, cycling GK. Yeah, but we need to play well, I'm not, reject all those offers. I don't care about at least the result. Nolan game. Well, that's ridiculous. Well, fine. There's so many Japan teams who want you on loan, and 3.3. Yokohama FM. If you want to be on loan, Yokohama FM. I'll accept Japan teams because the Japan League I'll accept because the Japan League, J-League, the J-League window is open. You're not moving to Europe. If you want to move back to Japan for the rest of the season, let you. You do your thing, and because we play Palace, Antonio Conte's Crystal Palace team, and you're looking at that. You're looking at players. They have a big history of suspension. Oh, Palace beat us 3-1. Wolves have got themselves a playoff place in the... We've got Sheffield Wednesday up next. That deserves a good recall. Could deserve a recall, we don't know. So he plays Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. We've got Sheffield Wednesday up next in the EFL Championship. Because they're announcing their squads. Come on. The season's over in a few months. 4-1 against Sheffield Wednesday, I'm happy about. That's a good win. 60 points in the league. 60 points. Has been set to move on loan in the Japanese league. We play Birmingham City on loan. With Birmingham City next in the Championship. What? Welbeck? Danny Welbeck? Wait, Welbeck takes charge of Coventry. What? 35-year-old manager. Coventry have confirmed the appointment of Danny Welbeck as the new manager. Make sure he replaces previous manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Coventry are lying in third place. Why did they sack Ole? What did Ole do? Where's Ole? Why did they sack Solskjaer? Ole Gunnar. Why did they sack Ole Gunnar? Oh, they didn't sack Ole. Ole didn't get sacked. He was being an idiot. What did he do? Ole went to West Brom. Ole, you idiot. You should have stayed at Coventry. West Brom. Ollie, you idiot. You bloody idiot. Ollie! What are you thinking? Ollie! Ollie is the bloody... Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is probably the most idiotic manager ever. He could have got Coventry promoted, but he was like, no, I want to move to West Bromwich Albion. I want to manage the West Brom. And look at that. Wolves' Lewis Miley is in good form. Aaron Ramsdale should deserve their exclusion. Looking at that, of course Harry Kane's probably going to get called up. Eddie Nketiah out of the squad. Harvey Elliott out of the squad. Adam Wharton in. Lewis Miley in. He's 19 years old. And Nick Pope, are you sure you want to make changes to the squad? Holland's got serious advice. He wants to call up his players. But with an England side which, in the goalkeeping position, we probably need money. Well, England, Patterson's being subbed out of the team because he's made 2 caps, and Anthony Patterson's done well at 25, As the number 3, he played 2 matches for the England team. In 2 caps. Against weak opposition. 2 caps. Weaker opposition. 2 caps. England squad to be decided. Okay, so Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope, Ramsdale, Trent, Ben Chilwell, Malak Murphy, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Jude Bellingham, Foden, Grealish, Curtis Jones, Lewis Miley, Marcus Rashford, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Raheem Sterling, Adam Wharton, Jared Bowen and Harry Kane as the forwards. But, yeah, we have every player possible. We're playing France. Because let's string a 23-man squad. The U21 team, you're looking at that. James Beadley being called up to that team. And Dewsbury Hall. U20s, you've got a lot of players in there. The U19s. A lot of players have been called up, for the senior England team, the senior sides of each national team. Of calling up the senior team making decisions, calling up the 3 in the England core, which is Pickford, Ramsdale and Pope. That probably won't be our goalkeeping core, because they are going to get pretty old rapidly, and imagine having a 36-year-old Pickford in the Euro 2028 setup. Pickford will probably be 35, but even then, knowing the setup, because they're goalkeepers, they're at that age now where they want to, come on, can we get a win against, can we beat, but we drawed against Birmingham, what? No. We have regret to inform you we have taken the decision to terminate your contract at Sunderland. We expect to be in a much higher position. We need to make a change to improve the situation. That's harsh. 12/6/25 till 23/3/26. I'm sorry, has been sacked, but Neil Warnock, you idiots! You fucking idiots! You fucking idiots! Has managed Sunderland since June 2025 and remains manager of England following Sunderland's 0-0 draw against Birmingham with 61 points on 40 matches. Sunderland have 1-2, lost 2 and drawn 1 in their last 5 matches. I've been sacked because I can't believe this. They sacked me when I was in 6th. That is ridiculous. I got sacked. Neil Warnock, you're a fucking cunt, and you sacked me for fucking drawing. Neil, you can't do this. You're a fucking prick. Absolute retard. You sacked me when we were in 6th in the league. I'm sorry. No, I'm not having this. I'm sorry, Sunderland, you're the shittest club ever. Neil, you sent me a letter because you're a dick. You're an absolute prick. Neil Warnock, I'm sorry to say, you're an absolute plank. You shouldn't have sacked me for doing something like trying to get in a promotion bid. I was under no indication we were under pressure. They were seventh in the championship. I was doing a stellar job. Look at the players. I signed them. I signed the players. But what do I get? Oh, I get the chop because I'm a little manager. I get the chop because of bullshit like this. We're seventh. We're 1 point away from the playoff. And who are you gonna give Ben Foster 6 games? Are you on drugs? Do you think Ben Foster could do the job for 6 games? Ben Foster has got 6 games to get us up to the Premier League. Has got 6 games to get them up to the Premier League. Listen! You sack me despite me being the greatest manager of all time. I'm still England coach. I got sacked because I literally was in 7th place in the championship. How can you sack a manager like that? 7th place in the league. I was in the top half of the league, and you're fired. Why? Why would you sack me? For the most ridiculous reason ever. What? We needed better things. I couldn't do much. Legit, I was loading players in. I was signing players. The clubs, listen, the tactic. Listen, we had a wobble in the start of the season. But what do you expect? You can't sack me for something I did not do. What? You sacked me? You sacked me for a reason, but listen, if you sack me, then it's their job. It's up to the board. If you want me gone, sack me. I've been sacked. But listen, I'm still getting a massive pay packet because you sacked me before my contract was ended. So that's good enough for them, innit? They sacked me before my contract was up, and we were in the top half of the table. We were playing good football. Ruud van Nistelrooy could leave Fulham. Do your thing. You idiotic people. If you want to sack me, if you want to let me go, you let me go from my contract, and you 30 grand a week, you've got finessed. You let me manage the rest of the season. If you let me manage those final 6 games, we would have been in the Premier League. But yeah, sacked with 6 games to go. I was sacked because the contract was basically up. Because the contract was up. My contract was basically... They were paying me 30 grand a week. And listen, if they wanted to sack me, I let them. It was their job. It was the board's choice. Neil Warnock, I hired you to the board of directors to help me and back me. But yes, you backed me, helped me do my job. But then you were like, you're fired because I didn't do these things. I was 7th in the league. Listen, I was 7th in the league. Looking at Steve, 90,000 expected to Wembley Ground. And listen, it's one job at the end of the day. If Sunderland want to hire some idiotic manager, let them. In fact, I don't care. I'm not going to go as some chief scout and just be I'm not going to be a doff. Because I'm just filtering it into management. Look at all these crap jobs available. Sunderland have sacked me in some. They've made a big mistake. Because I can redeem myself. I don't worry, I can redeem myself. We've picked the best team possible. Ramsdale in goal, Chilwell, Grealish, Foden. You're looking at that, you're playing Grealish. Foden is like that ball-playing midfielder. Rashi and... I mean, all I want is a friendly against France. I don't expect to win it. It's a friendly against France. It's a friendly against France. It's a friendly against France. And playing Trent Chilwell. dead centre half. We're playing good football with the goal engine. We lost on penalties, but that's fine. We lost on penalties, but it was a practice. It was a penalty loss. England was left to rule in this decisive penalty, but it was a practice. It was a practice game. It was not necessarily very important. It was a practice. I don't think it was important. Latvia have been relegated. Latvia have been relegated on the UEFA Nations League. Latvia and the Faroe Islands have been relegated from the UEFA Nations League. Been relegated from the UEFA. Dynamo Dresden bring thingy back into the club. Why do I care about Dynamo Dresden? Release young players. So, here we go. 2026 World Cup draw. 48 teams will be held into a group. England will be placed first in the pot for the draw. Paolo Maldini, groups of 4. USA group, Canada, Mexico, Italy group D, Spain in group E. England have been placed into group F, Croatia group G, Brazil in group H, group I, Portugal, group J, Belgium, group K is France, so we don't have to face Western's France. So for Argentina, now in Group A, Senegal. Morocco in Group B. Group C, Japan. Group D, Uruguay. Group E, Cameroon. Group F, South Korea. Not bad. Austria, Switzerland, Egypt, Ivory Coast. Nigeria have been drawn into Group K. Group L, the Netherlands. Group A, Serbia, Chile, Turkey, Australia, Slovakia. We've got Tunisia, so that's alright. Iran, Ghana, Sweden, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, Algeria. Now we're down to pot 4. Philippines, Georgia, New Zealand, DR Congo, Paraguay. We got Slovenia from Jamaica, Honduras, Panama, Qatar, Haiti. So that's an easy group for France then, because they've got Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, and Haiti. And then Syria in Group L. So if you're looking at groups, Group A, USA, Senegal, Serbia, Philippines. Group B, Canada, Morocco, Chile, Georgia. Group C, Mexico, Japan, Turkey, New Zealand. Group D, Italy, Uruguay, Australia, DR Congo. Group E, Spain, Cameroon, Slovakia, and Paraguay. Group F, England, South Korea, Tunisia, and Slovenia. Group G, Croatia, Austria, Iran, and Jamaica. Group H, Brazil, Switzerland, Ghana, Honduras. Group I, Portugal, Egypt, Sweden, Panama. Group J, Belgium, Ivory Coast, Colombia, and Qatar. Group K, France, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Haiti. And Group L, Argentina, Netherlands, Algeria, and Syria. Argentina. Well, 43rd in the world rankings. 18th and 33rd. England set to face South Korea. Arrange some friendlies. Given our group games against the... think about playing on the same part of the world, so just Czechia, Iran, and... Well, it's up to them. If Steve Holland wants to schedule it, then let him. We play on the 6th, and then we can play on the 4th. We play a couple of pre-tournament friendlies. 90 minutes plus penalties. We are going to name 15 subs. We're going to play... and we are just going to play 90 minutes. Extra time and penalties. No, 90 minutes only. Egypt, Taiwan, and then we're going to play one more country. We'll play Palestine. We'll play Palestine in pre-season. Palestine in friendlies. Palestine. Egypt, Taipei, and Palestine. Which they should accept. Palestine should accept our friendly. England play Egypt in a friendly. What is your immediate reaction to the World Cup draw? I'm pleased with the draw. The draw. Because we play Egypt in 59 days, which... So we know who we're facing in the World Cup. Well, I'm going to... Well, you know, been sacked but fired. I've been fired from my job. But, you know, it's, that's the problem. If Sunderland need a head coach, then, let them hire a coach, and you probably need a better manager. They'll probably need a better manager. You're looking at Doncaster, their finances are very, very insecure. Valerian, Ishmael, you're looking at the clubs in the non-league. Hansa, Rostock, and clubs in the German league. You know, the players, looking at players, clubs who could sack their managers. I'm not managing in some Irish league dugout with, like, no money available. Because, listen, if I can wait until the end of next season, I can get a club job, because... Mind you, if England want to sack me, if England sack me after the 26th World Cup, they can thank me, because I got them up to the Nations League A, which was easy to said than done, because Nations League's like tough in Nations League, innit? So looking at the players, we need to just with the budget, you know, we're gonna look in the Premier League positions and look for Premier League jobs. If you're looking at Egypt, and listen, if the club wants to let me go, then it's their choice. If England want to let me go, they can. It's their club, it's their country, and it's art. Well, it's the financial aspect. Mind you, I'm still available until the FA want me. If the FA are still employing me, then it's their choice, really, and Lincoln's been promoted. Charlton. What about Charlton Athletic? They've been promoted because they had to hire another manager. Some German clubs might need a manager, but I'm not going to Germany because Angie's still managing the Tottenham. The Tottenham. It's the Tottenham. Mind you. I'm not watching Vanarama National League matches. I'm sorry, I'm not watching Vanarama National League players. Look at England, they're climbing up the coefficient ranking. Because listen, we got pre-tournament friendlies to have a practice with, and listen, it's pre-tournament friendlies in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Because as soon as we play the pre-tournament friendlies, I'm going to end the stream. Because it's been on for over 2 hours. Mind you, you get a nice 2-hour video on YouTube. Looking at Scotland, Southampton got promoted from the Scottish League One. Good. Did they want to play? Because we don't play until the end of the season. Mind you, we have to check. Let's check what oh god, competitions. We have to reach the semi-finals of 2026. We have to reach the semi-finals of 2026 World Cup. If we do not reach the semi-finals, we could be sacked. Colchester's been promoted from the on League 1, League 2. European Nations League. This is League A, isn't it? In the Nations League, in League A, Netherlands, Croatia, England, now into that League C. Portugal, Slovenia, France, Germany, Poland. We got drawn into the League of Death. England, France, Germany, and Poland. We got drawn into the League of Death. Barnsley's been promoted to the Championship, I think. Bolton are playing Championship football. Well, we've got to look for another club job and see what it's available in Munster. I'm not getting hired by Munster. I'm sorry, I'm not getting hired by Munster. Looking at this, if there's clubs that will obviously sack a manager, like decision time. Mason Mount, Jordan Henderson. Yeah, Kyle Walker, 35. Where's Saudi Arabia? Jordan Henderson, 35. It's an aging squad. Pretty much, it's gonna have to be those players from calling up. Most of them are playing in a lot of players are playing in Saudi Pro League, but we've had to name that as my provisional squad. But, mind you, the squad is aging. If we have to call up players playing in the Saudi Pro League, what's it going to do to us? We can have a fight in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. With players like that, Jared Bowen out of the squad, Liam Dallot being called up. Sean Dyche got hired by Burnley again. Burnley, they hired me back, and, Burnley hired me back, and, Burnley, wanted me back, and, they sent me for that, so, what you gonna do when Burnley hired me back at the club, and, Burnley hired me back, so, yeah, after me sacking from Everton, and I don't know why he sacked me, but I'm back at Burnley, and there could be a reason. I could be hired from by Burnley Football Club, and Burnley. Thiago Alcantara is retiring at the end of the season. Alcantara. Well, there's. Danilo Pereira's retired. Nick Pope's put pen to paper on a 2-year contract. You know that. Well, if Burnley want to hire me and Sean Dyche is sacked, Burnley on me back because they sacked me for that. So what you gonna do when Burnley hire me back? So yeah, Burnley are a good team, and with Burnley I can manage the team. So really, well, look at Everton. If Burnley do sack their manager, they've got. Let me look at Burnley. If Burnley want to sack Sean, big bad Sean. I'm back at Burnley, so 19th in the league, and I got the squad I used to have. I got O'Shea, I've got Trafford, obviously, and looking at the players, I've got Brownhill still, and Andre Silva at Burnley. I brought Andre Silva in, obviously a striker from Portugal, and I brought some players in, but if Burnley are to be relegated from the Premier League, and what they're gonna do, and they're hiring Sean Dyche on a £42,000 a week contract. What they're gonna do, really? We've got to look at the Premier League table and looking at what Sean's got to do, and we're certainly down to the Championship, obviously, and there could be a problem, if Burnley are to be relegated from the. Looking at Burnley being relegated with Sheffield United are in good hands, because he's still the manager of the club. He's just still the best manager in the championship. He's in the playoff places. He's done well for himself, you know. The manager of Sheffield United. He's won some. Birmingham. He lost against Preston, but Southampton bounced back. Luton. He's in the playoff. Coventry City in the playoff in the championship. For the France manager in the playoff. We've got to cut some fat off, so I'm going to cut some dead wood off for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Some dead wood off. Camavinga signs a new 5-year contract with Real Madrid. Tammy Abraham has been ruled out of the World Cup. Al Ahly, Saudi Arabia, shattered, but he's been ruled out. Al Ahly's Tammy Abraham's been ruled out, but he's playing in Saudi Arabia. Let May rule him out of playing. You know, Jordan Pickford. This is the provisional. 55 possible players. Jordan Pickford, Pope Ramsdale, Trent, Jared Branthwaite, Cole, Carl Walker, Benjamin White. So many names I've just had to select. Declan Rice, Saka, Tammy Abraham. But mind you, they're in the provisional squad. We've named 55 players. 3 goalkeepers, 15 midfielders, 24 defenders, and 13 forwards. We've named them in the provisional squad. We haven't named them in the first team. If we have to cut down the fat, it might have to be Jordan Henderson at 35. Probably doing cut. Jordan Henderson could be cut from the club, and you know, it's financially we've got to save the club. Save England Football Club. Injury crisis. Callum Wilson has been struck down with injury. Humiliating climb down in returns. Declan has recalled Kieran Trippier to the England squad. Eddie Nketiah, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Benjamin White, Carl Walker, Conor Gallagher. Trippier was dropped and had told he had no part in the last 8 England squads. In doubt his debut in 2017 when only 46 appearances. Good for him, I guess, but yeah, you know, what can he do? England duty begins for them. What? Everyone's basically out of injuries. Jared Branthwaite is injured, but he'll be fine if he's matched it. McGlehy expecting injury, but the provisional squad is probably going to have to cut some players from the England squad. Even if we've got to cut some players, you'll need to cut 29 players, so Saka, Bellingham, Harry Kane. Well, you know, I'm going to have to auto-select. So Pickford, Pope, Ramsdale, Rico Lewis, Jared Bamford, Trevor Chalmers, Levi Colwill, John Stones, Tamori's not good, Karen White, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Jordan Ensign missing out, Jack Kobe Mainu, Declan Rice, James Ward-Prowse, Jude Bellingham, Dewsbury Hall, Harry Harvey Elliott, Lewis Miley, Ox, Loftus-Cheek, James Maddison, Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Curtis Jones, Smith Rowe, Gordon, Marcus Rashford, Saka, Sancho, Delap, Bowen, Gelhardt, Tammy, Harry Kane, Eddie Nketiah, Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins. Because everyone's making the squad. Harry Kane's, of course he's making the squad, but you're looking at that, we've had to register some players. We've registered some, but we can't register them all. We had a list of players. They were named in the provisional squad, but they were ultimately cut because they got to think of it. Ultimately cut. Named them in the practice squad. Sancho left out. Disappointing to Reece James. Mind you, if we have to do some last minute unknown replacements. Who's Williams? Paul Williams, good for him. Well, if the under-21s and the under-19s, they want to call up some players, some younger stars, we have to call up certain players. We've got to replace some, get rid of some, and sign new ones. Bless me. Oh, that's better. Look at all those friendlies. Looking at that U19 team. Under 21s, you've got players there. Archie Gray should be in that U21 team, yeah. Archie Gray is in the U21 team. You're looking at that team, it's just assembled mainly fully of EFL players. Mind you, we got friendly matches coming up shortly afterwards. John Stones is back in the squad, but Reece James is back. A lot of players are in the England squad, but I'm only calling up the best of the best. Mainly just to get to caps. England caps. Only to call up maybe one player from the Saudi Pro League. We won 7-3 against Egypt. We won 7-3. Grealish made his debut for England against Denmark. Good for him. Mind you, we beat Egypt 7-3. I was impressed. Saw South Goa, Welling Walker. Laurie Walker, the veteran. Who's Laurie Walker? Wasn't he a player or something? Wasn't he a player manager? Oh, he got relegated. He got relegated by some non-league. Look at this, the non-league managers. Here it is. Who's Thomas? Mumbles Rangers. A lot of Welsh teams. The managers are resigning rapidly because that's what happens in the lower leagues. If managers want to resign from the clubs, and they want to resign. So then we played Chinese Taipei in their friendly match. It's just a warm-up game, isn't it? I'm trying to change the squad. Oh, God. Thing is, actually, let me just rotate the team a bit, because John Stones is getting minutes on the pitch. Mark Guehi, I'm going to have to get some match fitness in you, lad. Saka needs rest, so Raheem Sterling is on. Mainly, we're playing a rested team. Foden's not match fit. Harvey Elliott is match fit, just to play. Grealish. Marcus Rashford's match fit, because that's why he's playing. Grealish. Foden's not fit, but Eddie Nketiah is match fit, just to play. Our backup goalkeeper, which will be Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford gets the start. Reece James does get a start, but we have to play, a slightly rotated team against Chinese Taipei. We played a slightly rotated squad for the friendly against Taipei. We'll probably thrash them though, won't we? We beat them 8-0. What do you expect? We had to thrash them 8-0 eventually, didn't we? We strolled to success because they were rubbish. And then we play in the 26 World Cup in a week. So we got to name the numbers. Got to give our squad numbers. The players. We got European Nations League football against France, Germany, and Poland. I'm gonna have to submit numbers. Just assign them themselves. No, just press X, and then press submit numbers. Well, we've submitted the numbers, but the squad didn't give numbers for the England team. Mind you, with friendlies, we could just swap the numbers 24/7. But previously unassigned. So, guys, that will be the end of the Football Manager stream. Tune in later when we do the proper 2026 World Cup. I wish you well.